Am I canceled or not?
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh!
In our country, you can shoot and kill, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
We're not gonna let the story end like this. It's time for us to fight.
The time for Puff Diddy to break his silence has finally arrived after what seems like an eternity. Finally, he confronted comedian Dave Chappelle about his criticism of LGBT people. How long do you suppose he could continue making apparent transphobic remarks? It has to be done by someone. Since we can remember, Dave has talked endlessly about the LGBT+ community, and he doesn't seem to be about to stop. But Diddy has had enough of the comedian singling out one particular demographic. In a recent video, Diddy said how the bullshit surrounding the LGBTQ+ community was getting to him and that he needed a break since he didn't have the time to deal with it.
Telling y'all today, I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time. But even I get tired of this, man. Woo.
He continues by saying that he isn't making an official statement right now since Dave is making the same claims and acting like a true transphobe is making him crazy and exhausted.
I'm not even saying nothing about it because I'm just so burnt out. I will be saying something about it. I'm in amazement on what's going on in the world.
Diddy continues by saying that he has to speak with Dave one-on-one, but it won't be possible until he regains consciousness. However, what exactly did Dave Chappelle say or do to enrage Diddy to such a perilous degree? We all know that Dave Chappelle enjoys making fun of anyone and everyone, but when discussing the LGBTQ+ community, he goes too far. That has been seen by us several times. For instance, he once discussed in his show how sensitive the trans community is and how jokes about the queers can get you into a lot of problems. He did garner quite a few detractors, so he was probably right about that.
In our country, you can shoot and kill, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
When will we begin holding Netflix responsible for continuing to provide Dave Chappelle a platform to spew hate? A hater tweeted. Even the unrelenting hatred of LGBTQ+ supporters, however, was unable to stop him from pursuing his make fun, attract attention goal.
A lot of people in the trans community were furious with me, and apparently they dragged me on Twitter. I don't give a because Twitter's not a real place.
And despite the fact that he appears to be well aware of the impact his remarks have on the LGBTQ+ community, he still doesn't seem to care. Although he's been heard discussing the LGBT+ community as a whole, he can't help but use the transgender group to grab a laugh from his audience and gain his 2 seconds of fame.
People get mad at me, lesbians get mad at me, but I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is true, these transgenders, these want me dead.
And given that he was just nominated for an Emmy Award, it appears that he has already made significant progress toward his goals. The reaction from the audience was conflicted. Evidently, the transgender community was offended and expressed their hurt by saying things like, "Kinda hate that Dave Chappelle got nominated for an Emmy. Don't think that transphobes deserve any sort of recognition." Not just the watchers and fans are giving their opinions on Dave's behavior. Many trans activists and social media influencers have outspokenly denounced Dave Chappelle's methods of exploiting the LGBTQ+ community for celebrity. For instance, a well-known Black trans woman and activist named Diamond Styles has spoken out on numerous occasions in support of the rights of the transgender community. When asked her view, she responded that Dave's plan and means of achieving fame are unsafe for transgender people since he essentially permits anybody and everyone to not only make fun of them, but also to do much more. She continued by saying that he had the option of use less offensive statements to make his point. We can safely say that she wasn't quite satisfied with his efforts.
There's a genius way to talk about what he's talking about, and he's not doing that.
But even if we are able to understand Dave's area of work, the actual problem remains. Styles continued, his reckless behavior is putting the entire trans community in danger. Dave unwittingly gave transphobes the right to treat the trans community disrespectfully in public, which is something Styles opposes. All of these detractors and prominent trans activists urge that Dave issue a formal public apology for his lewd statements.
These things that we think is, oh, it's just the culture, or it's just jokes, they actually lead to people actually harming and disrespecting us in public in our real lives.
Marches and demonstrations have been planned to put pressure on him to recognize his error and dissuade him from holding another session. On the other hand, those who oppose the notion believe that if he apologizes, the cancel culture will triumph. We support him because he stood his ground. To everyone's astonishment, however, Dave actually seemed to care about what others thought of him for once and issued a statement that comes as near to an apology as we can reasonably expect from Dave.
This has nothing to do with them. It's about corporate interests and what I can say and what I cannot say.
It is important to note that the more times you hear it, the less like an apology it sounds like. However, Dave did attempt to make up for his prior actions in an effort to make amends. He directly attributed the problem to the drive for wealth and the freedom to express oneself without restraint. On the one hand, Dave has detractors who have no regard for him or his work, but he also has millions of supporters. Such comments as, "What's funny is that all this plays into exactly his point," are used by fans to express their love and support. Dave criticizes every ethnicity, every culture, and every individual. However, if you bring up the LGBTQ+ group, you risk being attacked. His argument is further supported by the responses of others, which only serves to confirm his brilliance. The fundamental query at this point is, will that be sufficient to remove all that hatred? What about the rights and concerns of the transgender community? Because you can get away with making one, maybe two mistakes. It therefore comes as no surprise that Diddy ultimately chose to put Dave in his place. However, the world is shocked because P. Diddy's outrage and aggressive response to this matter implicitly supports the accusations that Diddy is gay. For those who don't know, Diddy is allegedly engaged in gay activities and has been for some time. Even though he hasn't said it out loud, his shady behavior is sufficient evidence. Watch this segment from one of Diddy's interviews.
He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see
Y'all
it,
can't see
Dave.
that he loves me.
He appears to have forgotten that he hasn't yet come out and continued by professing his love for a male musician who is also a fellow musician. Then there was the occasion when he drank too much and began acting strangely and too homosexually for it to be deemed normal. Diddy, stop acting like an idiot the moment you touch booze if you want us to still believe you're straight. A fan who agrees with us caused Diddy to become wasted and come off clearly. Even if we rule out the public's conjectures and presumptions as unfounded, 50 Cent's admission that P. Diddy is gay would be a significant piece of evidence. He even created a brief rap segment as a joke, which sparked a podcast's most popular topic.
I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
50 first denied calling Diddy gay, but subsequently admitted that he had. He claimed that Diddy acts very intimately among men, to the point where he asked 50 out for shopping. Every girl's ideal date would be that. Just saying Diddy. However, despite the abundance of gay-related content on social media, Diddy himself hasn't come out. But when asked if the reports are real, he has frequently been observed becoming agitated and losing his cool. A special mention should be made of the fact that he has never once denied being gay. It's clear that the audience and Diddy's fans are aware of this, and they react by making comments like, "What's funny is that every time Puff responds to gay allegations, he never once said he is not gay." The desire for the truth among fans is so great that rumors are circulating on social media. To find out what the public thinks about Diddy's sexual inclinations, fans have even established a number of Twitter trends. View the trends results if you're still not sure. Many people are still puzzled as to why Diddy decided to join the trans community debate involving Dave Chappelle. He has never engaged in the turmoil that surrounds the music business. Additionally, he never acknowledged the claims that he was gay. What then has changed? Our hypothesis is that Diddy finally losing it over Dave's transphobic remarks can be interpreted as either a subliminal affirmation of the gay rumors or simply a publicity stunt. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like and comments. Also subscribe our channel for more videos.